guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So today I am showing you guys all of the products that I would repurchase first if I lost all of my makeup today. If I lost all of my makeup, these are the products that I would want to repurchase first, which means these are my most used, my favorite products. These are the makeup products that I would have to have back in my life if I lost everything. So if you guys are interested to see what those products are, then just keep watching this video. I saw Soph Does Live do this video and I thought it'd be really interesting to see what makeup products that I think I would repurchase immediately if I lost all of my makeup. So starting with primer, because my face is feeling very dry right now. One of the things I would definitely repurchase is the e.l.f. moisturizer. I usually use about 1.5 pumps. I have not done my makeup in a really long time because I've been sick. I had a cold. Then the next thing I would have to repurchase, I barely even wear primers anymore. I usually wear that moisturizer and then I mix it with this, which is the Merit Beauty Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. Look at how much of this I have used already. I rarely ever use primers. I pretty much just use this as my primer anymore because it makes my skin look incredible, very glowy, very dewy, and it just looks so good under all of my foundations. I usually use about 3 pumps of this. Now it is very oily, so I just kind of put my fingers in my palm and wipe it on my face until I have enough off my palm that I can just mix my hands together and rub it all in. Since it is like an oil, I don't want to get it on my clothes because it will, like, you know, ruin your clothes. So try not to get on your clothes. I cannot imagine my life without it anymore because I am like absolutely addicted to it. And I use this on no makeup days too. Like if I am going out and I'm not loving how my skin is looking, I will wash my face, but then I'll add this on top of it and then usually like brush through my brows, and I feel like so much better about myself just putting this on my skin for a no makeup day. Honestly, if I put this on my skin every day, I would probably feel like $1,000,000. So I am going to be doing eyeshadow today because I want to talk about like what eyeshadow palettes I would repurchase. But first, I want to do my brows. So starting with the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is still like my favorite brow pencil. And right now I'm using the shade Taupe because my hair is quite a bit lighter. This is just such an affordable and amazing brow pencil. You just use the one side to brush up your brows. And it does have a bit of like a thick little tip. But honestly, that means I can get my brows done a lot faster. If I lost all of my makeup, this would be my first brow pencil I would get. Now, for setting my brows, I have to go with the NYX The Brow Glue. This is such a good product. I live for it. It just really sticks down my brows and it separates out the hairs so nicely because of the really small little brush. I just feel like I can really get in there and it separates out the brows. I feel like it makes my brows look so much better, so much like bushier. And if you guys have watched my videos before, you probably already know I have very thin, light colored brows. So anything that makes my brows look bushier and better, I need. So now for eyeshadow, I would say that I would repurchase the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. But apparently this like doesn't exist anymore because I could not find it online anywhere. So I'm still going to use it because it's the only eye base that I have, but I cannot find it on the internet. So it just doesn't exist anymore. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow, had you asked me before all the Morphe scandals, I definitely would have said like the James Charles palette. But that's definitely not what I'll be repurchasing. One, I don't think it's even in existence anymore, as it shouldn't be. So no Morphe palettes, but definitely the Revolution Soph X Super Spice palette because it does have a lot of really pretty colors in it and also some neutrals. This is definitely something I would repurchase very happily. But a palette that I love to put with that one, which again, I could not find on the internet, and I tried so hard to like make sure all of the products I would repurchase are actually repurchasable. And so if they weren't, I wasn't going to use them in this video because if I lost them, I could not repurchase them, which would be devastating. But this one, I don't know, I would try and find it somewhere, I guess, because it's the Laura Lee Candy Skies palette. I absolutely love this palette. I love this palette more than Life itself. And I haven't used it in a long time just because I haven't really worn eyeshadow. But like, these two palettes together, for me personally, is like everything. I think they go so well together. I didn't think it was limited edition, but maybe it is limited edition. Someone please let me know if it is limited edition, and I will, you know, I don't know, protect it with my life, I guess. But I do also have an honorable mention of a palette I would have to repurchase because I use it way too often and I love it so much. It's the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. Now mine is broken because I dropped it. But I would have to get this palette again. No like neutral palette has looked good on me. I've never been able to make like neutral eyeshadows work for me except for this palette. Like this palette has just all of the shades that you need for a neutral eye look. Doing like eyeliner with eyeshadow, none of that has ever really worked for me that well until I got this. This makes it all work. I don't know, there's something magical about this palette. And I highly recommend, if you have not tried it, to get it. It's life. So anyway, I want to do something like green, you know, to like match my hoodie. And this video will probably be coming out somewhere around St. Patrick's Day. So we're just going to do a little cute little green, maybe green and blue look. Using my little color switcher thing that I haven't used in forever because I never do eyeshadow anymore. And it's just like a real problem. I think I'm going to start with Blue Lagoon. Because like I said, I want to do kind of like a green and blue. I don't know. It'll make sense, I promise. Okay, I feel like I've built up that color enough now. Then I think I'm going to take Maman, this green, and I'm going to like pack that over the inner corner of this. So we get kind of a blue-green look. I'm going to take that in halfway. Then taking Mint Chip, I'm going to take that on the inner corner and like use that to blend out the green-blue. Then taking Sky Blue to blend out the blue part. Then I'm going to take this tiny little smudge brush and I'm going to take Marshmallow, the white, and I'm just going to use that to kind of like highlight underneath my brow bone and also like blend this out a little bit at the top so it's not quite so harsh. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take my micellar water and cut the crease and then put some more of the cut crease canvas on, and I'll be right back. Next I'm going to go in with Pistachio on like my inner corner. Maybe I should go my outer corner. I don't really know. I guess outer corner it is. Outer corner and then into the middle probably. Then going into Blue Raspberry, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. And bringing it into the middle so it meets with Pistachio. Then we've got a bit of like a reverse ombre thing going on here. I mean, do you guys like see why I would need both of these palettes in my life? Now, I'm not sure, this might ruin it, but I kind of want to take Blue Lagoon again, kind of on the outer edge of that. So I think I'm going to take just a dab and then tap it off extremely. Then taking Blue Moon again so I can like fix that black and just smudge it in, sort of. I want the black to stand out, but I also kind of want it to fade in. Then finally taking Pistachio again on my finger and just blending the black into this. That is it done. I'm gonna try and recreate that on the other side and then we'll be done with this eye look. Okay, so the eyeshadow is done for now. Moving on to the rest of my face. With foundation, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation is definitely something I would have to repurchase very quickly because I have fallen in love with this foundation since I first tested it. But I do have an honorable mention real quick, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is such a good foundation. It's been one of my favorite foundations for years now, and it's, you know, almost empty. Most of my foundations are not even that close to being empty. So that one is definitely something I would feel the need to repurchase, probably just as quickly as I would have to repurchase this L'Oreal one. I just love the coverage and the finish of this foundation. I have the shade 10 Ivory, and it is a bit more like olive, which I don't really have olive undertones, but I do think that olive undertones make my skin look really like warm and healthy and just, I don't know how else to describe it other than like healthy. Now for concealer, I'm sure you guys can guess what concealer I would have to repurchase. It's like the only concealer I've repurchased in the last several years, and it's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one's almost empty, and I do already have a replacement. So if I were to lose this, I would have to get another one. There's just, you know, nothing else about it. I'd have to. It is the best concealer I think I've ever tried. It's so full coverage, it's hydrating, and it just looks stunning on. I don't even need any other concealers in my life. I rarely ever use other concealers. It's basically just this one for me. Look at that. Stunning. So before powder, I do have a cream bronzer product that I want to talk about. It's the Merit Beauty Bronze Balm. I think I would have to repurchase this because I love wearing this underneath my powder bronzer, and I also love it for like a no makeup day. It's a really, really good cream bronzer. Just look at it. It's so stunning. For powder, we are going a little bit pricey. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is like the best powder ever, and I know that's like such a cliche thing from a beauty YouTuber, but honestly, the reason everybody talks about this is because it's amazing and it's unlike anything else. Also, this is just the mini one, and it's probably bigger than most of my other powders, and this is just the mini. That's all I'm saying. Now for powder bronzer, I would definitely have to get the Revolution Reloaded bronzer in Holiday Romance because this is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. It's my favorite bronzer. It's the one that I always go to. This baked formula just has such a nice sheen to it. I will constantly use this bronzer on a daily basis to really like, I don't know, make my skin look extra glowy and bronzed. I just love the glow that it has in it, and I feel like it makes my skin look fantastic. And it just really brings my face back to life. So as you guys can probably imagine, blush was a really, really hard one for me because I love blush. I would purchase so many blushes. If I didn't have any of them anymore, I would repurchase so many of them. But I decided that the first thing I'd probably repurchase is a palette, the Blush Aesthetic palette by Laura Lee, because this has so many different blush shades that I would want. And I regularly use Bridal Pink, Tiger Lily, and Chateau Rose. I use all three of those on a daily basis. I also use Peach Fuzz quite often. This is definitely my favorite blush, and I typically use Bridal Pink mixed with Tiger Lily to get a very nice like peachy pink shade going. And so I think that if I did not have blush anymore, I would want to repurchase this very quickly because it is my favorite, and oftentimes I just mix shades to create my perfect blush shade, and being able to mix the blushes to get what I want is just really handy. Then for highlighter, it was between a few, but I decided that the Ofra Moondance Madison Miller highlighter would be my first repurchase because this has been such a nice highlighter for me. It looks great on my skin tone. It's bright and blinding, and honestly, there are palettes that I really enjoy, but I don't think that I enjoy any of the palettes as much as I enjoy this single highlighter. Maybe this is a little bit champagne, but to me it has pretty like golden undertones, and a lot of the time you just see like pearlescent whites, which, don't get me wrong, look really nice too. But sometimes I just want a bit of like a warmer highlight and not so like cool toned pink white. So I actually didn't remember to add setting spray into this, but if I was going to repurchase a setting spray, it's going to be my e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. It's all the way down here, and this is like my 3rd or 4th bottle of it. Now for eyeliner, taking the e.l.f. Jet Black. This has been my #1 eyeliner. This one's probably my most repurchased, and so if I lost all of my makeup and I had to go out and buy makeup quickly, this would definitely be in my shopping cart because it's been, I don't know, it's been a go-to for years and I love it so much. It's also so affordable and so good. How would you guys like to see if I lost all of my makeup, what would I not repurchase? Sure, there's a lot of things, but I could maybe I could do my makeup with like all of the things that I know I would never repurchase. Okay, so my eyeliner is done, and you guys can probably tell why I love this eyeliner so much. It's beautiful. It's very pigmented, black. It's super easy to use because it has such a nice thin little brush. But moving on to mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. Let's try that again. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Ridiculously long name. I just call it Lash Princess. But this is so good, and it would definitely be like my first mascara repurchase. Though I love a bunch of mascaras, especially the new Too Faced Chocolate Mascara. But if I was going to repurchase all of my makeup, I probably wouldn't buy a brown mascara first because then I couldn't do looks like this with a brown mascara. So I would definitely repurchase a black mascara first, and this is my favorite black mascara. I would also have to repurchase some kind of lash primer. Now, I currently have the L'Oreal Voluminous, but honestly, my favorite lash primer is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara Primer. That one is my favorite. So now while I wait on that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow underneath my eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for lashes, this one was a little bit more difficult for me to decide because I do have quite a few favorite lashes. But for like an eye look like this, if I was going to buy like colorful makeup so I could still do eye looks, I would want these lashes, which are by Poop Lunch. I'm serious. They're by Poop Lunch. They're off of Amazon. And these are the Dazzling eyelashes, and they come in this set of all the same lashes, and so like if something were to happen, I could get a whole set of these really pretty like dramatic eyelashes. But then I would also want to buy a couple other eyelashes, and so I'll tell you guys my honorable mentions here. The NYX Jumbo Lash Extension Clusters. These are so good. I love them so much for like a day-to-day eyelash. These are really, really good. And then I also really love the Kiss My Lash But Better in So Real. You guys have seen these, both of these, several times on my channel if you've watched any of my videos. These are two of my absolute favorite lashes, and I would have to repurchase these. They're also both very affordable. And so are the Poop Lunch ones, and the Poop Lunch ones, they have like a ton of different styles, and I definitely want to try more from this brand. I just haven't yet. Look at them. They're just really pretty, and they're very wispy, and I just love them so much. I actually didn't put this in my total, but the Kiss Lash Adhesive, this is the one I use. It is the one with aloe. I don't know if that really makes much of a difference, but it's a really good lash adhesive. It's the one that I've been using for years, and I would probably repurchase that too. It's probably like, I don't know, $4, maybe $4 or $5 probably. And look at how stunning they are. They're so pretty. I love them. And I feel like they just really fit the shape of my eyes really nicely. I don't know. Okay, so last but not least are the lips, and so I definitely think the first lip liner I would repurchase, obviously I would love to say my Kylie Cosmetics Dulce K lip liner, but that is not sold by itself anymore. It's like just part of the duo, and I don't really want the duo, so it would have to be the Essence Soft and Precise lip liner in Legendary, because this is like a very close dupe. It's not quite a dupe, but it's really similar. It has the same like neutral pink kind of color as that one. Maybe a little bit more pink. And this one's also way cheaper. See, it's basically just like a My Lips But Better sort of lip liner. But then with lipstick, again, I would love to say the NYX Cosmetics Lace Detail Lip Lingerie, but I can't like find that on the internet, and so again, I think it's been discontinued, and so I don't think I could actually repurchase it, although it is on Amazon. But I don't really trust that because then it seems like maybe those are like really old ones. But I would repurchase the Laura Lee Los Angeles liquid lipstick in Skimpy because it's a very pretty pink lipstick that I think looks really nice on me. But an honorable mention would be the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. So I would obviously want to have like a lipstick and a lip gloss option. And if I was going to go with a lip gloss, it would probably be that one. It is my favorite lip gloss. And the NYX Butter Gloss is very affordable and such a good lip gloss. Man, I feel like I'm really running out of this. I probably should repurchase it because I am like running out. If that tells you guys how much I've used it. Okay, so I think that is all for me. This is my completed makeup that I would repurchase first if I lost all of my makeup. What do we think? Do we think it would all be worth buying again? Because I think it would all be worth buying again. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're interested in any of these products, I will link them all down below for you guys. This is just the makeup that I would definitely repurchase first if I lost all of my makeup, which hopefully I don't, because this would be expensive. If I had to repurchase all of this makeup, it would cost me approximately like $378 to repurchase all of this makeup, which isn't bad considering, but that's just for like one full face of makeup and some eyeshadows. So that's kind of expensive, not gonna lie. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Turn on notifications if you want to know every time I post a new video. I try and post new videos every single week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Also, do you guys like my shirt? It says, "Be your mythical best." Any GMM fans out there, hit the subscribe button.